Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to part 4 of What If Goku Could Spam Zenkai Boosts. You guys are loving this series, it is to the next level. I'm starting to think you guys are obsessed. If you're wondering why I'm sounding tired, it's because it's 2 AM, well no, 2:30 AM actually, sorry. And I'm very tired. So this What If might be a bit shorter than usual, but I apologise in advance. I'm not going to drag out the intro guys, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what else you want to see. My favourite comment, I'll pin it, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you do not miss another goddamn upload. And other than that guys, let's just get straight into this. We now go to the same places where they all met Goku before, just like in canon. And this was because that's where Goku said to meet him. And they were waiting there for quite a long time, and after like 10 minutes they all began to wonder that he isn't gonna come, until they hear a voice from right behind them saying, "Wow, so no one's even gonna say hello." They turn to see Goku, and Gohan yells "Dad" and runs and hugs him. And everyone eventually does the same. But no, they don't yell "Dad," you know what I mean, innit? He's laughing with all of them, and after a few minutes passed and everyone said hello to Goku, he turns to Raditz, and although it's a bit awkward, they hug. Goku goes, "So Raditz, how's Earth?" Raditz says, "Well, it took a bit of an adjustment, you know, like not destroying stuff or killing everyone. But thanks to Vegeta and Gohan, I've adjusted nicely, and I can safely say I never want to leave this planet." Goku laughs and says, "That's good." He then turns to Vegeta and says, "How about you?" Vegeta says, "Well, I suppose this planet is quite beautiful, and the food here is good, so I guess I won't mind staying." That's when Gohan says, "And him and Bulma are dating." Ooh. Hearing this shocks Goku, but he looks at Vegeta, who's clearly pissed off and slightly blushing and yells, "You damn brat." Goku then gets a bit more serious and says, "What about the Saiyans?" Vegeta says, Yes, about that. I contacted my father. He was a bit confused, but he said he would be here any day now, and he swore on his honour and his pride to cause no trouble, as I told him this was a special place." Goku said good. As they was talking, they all sensed something, and they look up in the sky, and a yellow machine appeared out of nowhere, and it lands in front of them. And that's when a purple head person gets out and looks around. At first he was a bit confused at how many people was there, and the fact that Goku was there before him. He ran over to him and began to smile and got all excited. That's when Goku confusingly said, "Who are you?" That's when the purple haired person realizes he hadn't introduced himself and says, "I'm Trunks and I'm from the future." At first they all laughed, no one believed him. And can you blame them? Who you gonna... If a random person came up to you and said, "I'm from the future," you gonna believe him? No, you're not. But that's when Trunks began to tell them stuff that only someone that was close to them would know. And they all began to slowly believe him. Trunks then went on to ask, and confused says, "Why isn't Frieza here yet?" Goku says, "What do you mean?" Trunks then explains how Goku in the future... he explains to Goku how in the future, after Goku killed Frieza on Namek, that Frieza's men would gather his parts and revive him using machinery. Goku begins to laugh and says, "That hasn't happened yet because I didn't kill Frieza." Everyone hearing this yelled, "What?" Especially Gohan and Raditz. Vegeta yelled, "What do you mean you didn't kill Frieza? Are you insane? After all the people he killed and all the planets he destroyed. He even destroyed your home planet. No, our home planet, Kakarot. How insane can you be not to kill him?" Goku cuts him off and says, "How many people did you kill? Or how many planets did you destroy?" After hearing this, Vegeta goes quiet for a moment, and Goku says, "I told him if he doesn't change his ways, I'll kill him. And he knows I can, considering he knows I can teleport to him at any moment. And I also told him to change so we can fight again." Everyone hearing this facepalm does. That was a classic Goku move. They can't believe they actually left him on his own if he trusted to deal with Frieza. Trunks, confused, said, "But in my timeline, you barely even survived Frieza. How did it get to the point you let him go?" Goku looked at him confused and says, "I was easily beating Frieza, but then I let my guard down and he killed Krillin, and then I went Super Saiyan." Trunks confused and says, by his and because in his timeline the events of like the canon Dragon Ball took place. Trunks says, wait, you would beat him before you went Super Saiyan? That doesn't make sense. Trunks stayed quiet until suddenly a massive spaceship fell from the sky. Vegeta in shock said, this energy, it's my father's. They all flew over to the spaceship, and as the doors opened, the Saiyan King Vegeta walked out. Vegeta ran over to his father and said, Father, you have no clue how happy I am you're alive again. King Vegeta laughed and said, my son, trust me, I'm more relieved than you are. King Vegeta looked around and said, so my son, this is the place you choose to call home? I must say, it is beautiful, but it's not worthy. I'm disappointed in you. This is not a place for Saiyans to be born and raised. It's not tough enough. It's just radiating weakness. Vegeta was confused and said, well, it's a good thing I don't need your approval then. This place is now my home and you cannot change that. I love it here, and it's not tough and it's not tough like that because I didn't destroy it. I didn't suck every little thing I could get out of it and then barely have a functioning planet. And it's also a good thing I don't need your approval. Well, I said that earlier. This place is now my home and you cannot change that. I invited you here hoping that we could be a family again, but I guess not. You may now take your leave. Vegeta turned his back to it and began to walk away. King Vegeta yelled, how dare you turn your back to your father? I'm in my right mind to destroy this planet right now. Hearing this, Vegeta turned to him and said, if you even dare to think of that again, I'll kill you on the spot. Goku quickly came in to try to calm down the situation. He said, come on everyone, let's keep it civil. No need to fight your family. King Vegeta looked at him and says, you look just like Bardock. I take it you're Kakarot. And from what my son said, you're the one who beat Frieza. Goku laughed and says, yes, that's him. I beat him and my Earth name is Goku and my Saiyan name is Kakarot. Call me what you like. I'm assuming Bardock was my father. Is he with you? King Vegeta says, no, when we all came back to life, Bardock was nowhere to be found. Goku thinks for a minute and he comes to the conclusion that must mean his father didn't die. But King Vegeta remembers his last few interactions with Bardock and gets a bit angry. He thinks that he has to make sure Goku doesn't find out how it went down with his father. If he's strong enough to kill Frieza, he's strong enough to kill him. And he also thinks this traitor son should know his place before he rebels. King Vegeta then says, anyway, you have all forgotten something very important. None of you have bowed to your king. Hearing this, Goku is confused and Vegeta is angry, but Raditz goes to battle before Vegeta stops him. King Vegeta yells, don't make me repeat myself. Gohan says, or what, you're not the king of us. You're only alive because of my dad. Shouldn't you be bound to him? Hearing this, the King Vegeta says, you're Kakarot's son, huh? That means you're Bardock's grandson as well. King Vegeta thinks to himself, being a traitor must run in the family. I must teach this brat a lesson before he steps out of line again. King Vegeta then tries to smack Gohan, assuming he would be weak. But Gohan easily dodges the kick, dodges and kicks the king in the stomach. King Vegeta drops to one knee and coughs up blood. Says, how dare you strike your king? Gohan says, for the last time, you are not my goddamn king. You're not any of our king anymore. You're some washed up old man who's only laughed because my dad decided to save you. You couldn't even save your planet and you still want to claim to be a king. You should be ashamed of yourself. Seeing their king get hit, all the Saiyans who came with King Vegeta get ready to attack. But that's when the ground begins to shake and Goku explodes into his Super Saiyan form. He begins to yell, you come to my planet as a guest, but dare to be rude, dare to threaten to destroy it, but most of all you've tried to hurt my son. The pressure from Goku's power level made all the other Saiyans that was with King Vegeta pass out, and Trunks watched on in amazement. He never knew Goku was this powerful, but it was only a matter of time before the heart virus happened. It's what Trunks' fault. King Vegeta stumbled back and said, so it's true, you're the legendary Super Saiyan. Wait, I can help you. Goku didn't care what he had to say. He just raised his hand and charged up a ki blast. He then yelled, for trying to hurt my son, you are going to die. I hope you think I have what you've done in hell. I wasted a wish on you. King Vegeta began to beg and plead for his life. He promised on his honor, on his pride, that he would never harm anything or anyone on earth. He would change. He would do anything. Goku says, you made all them promises to be on your best behaviour, but look what you done. First thing you got here. King Vegeta knew that he wasn't getting out of this. That was until Vegeta grabbed Goku's arm and said, "Stop." Goku said, "No, Vegeta, he tried to hurt my son. Would you stop it if it was your son he tried to hurt?" Vegeta thought for a moment about this and agreed with what Goku was saying, but then again said, "Please Kakarot, I'm asking you to stop as a friend. He's one of my only family members I have left." Hearing this, Goku calmed down and left his Super Saiyan form, and then Vegeta said, "Whether you stay or leave, I don't care. But if you think you're coming here to be the king of us, you're wrong." They all turned and began to walk away, and that's when King Vegeta was left to sit there and think, what am I now? I'm not the king of the Saiyans. What do I do? I need time to think. After a few moments, Trunks then asked, "What the hell is going on?" Goku explained how he revived the Saiyans, etc. And now Trunks is now confusion. But nevertheless, he asked to fight Goku to test out his own strength, and of course Goku agrees. Just like cannon, they fly into the air and Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan, and so does Trunks. This shocks everyone, but not for too long. Trunks draws his sword, confusing Goku. Why would you use a sword? But okay. But then the exact same thing as canon happens. Goku blocks everything with his finger effortlessly. Actually no, the sword doesn't even make connection to Trunks. Goku's aura can block it. I mean, the sword doesn't even make a connection to Goku, as Goku's aura can block it. And then they land, and then Goku goes, "Wow, 2 Super Saiyans." That's when Goku says, "Nope, there's 4. Goku, confused, looks over to them as Gohan and Vegeta transform into Super Saiyans. Goku was so shocked. Goku was really shocked, but Gohan explained that after showing Vegeta his full Super Saiyan form, they unlocked Dynamic. Vegeta taught him how to harness his rage better, and then they learned together how to transform into Super Saiyans. Seeing this, Goku was impressed, but before they could even talk, Trunks interrupts them and explains everything about the android and the heart virus, and being Vegeta's son from the future. Hearing this blows everyone away, but because this series is dragging out, we gotta have some time skips. We skip to when the first androids arrive. You know, the fat one and the old one. Goku goes down to fight the fat one and demolishes it easy, but then drops down holding his heart. But very quickly, Goku's power begins to skyrocket as he can now control the Zenkai boost, remember? Using his rage he felt from Krillin, remembering the rage he felt when Krillin died. He uses this as a sort of catalyst, and then due to his body half dying, the Zenkai boost tricks the heart disease and cures itself. While this happens, the old android ran away, but Krillin seeing this followed him, sneakily, hiding his power. And as such, everyone was able to sense Krillin and they found them. The old android released androids 16, 17 and 18, but they were easily beaten by the Sea Fighters. The Sea Fighters, especially Trunks, were quite happy with how quickly it ended. That was until Cell snuck past and absorbed all the androids, including 16, allowing him to achieve his final form of Golden Perfect Cell. I know it was an arse pull, but I'm ashamed of it because this is my favourite arc ever in Dragon Ball. The Cell arc, or the Cell Saga was the best. And nothing will ever top it. But I'm not trying to build a story for this arc because can't lie, DBZ's getting shit for what ifs. And I want the final fight to be sort of a story point in it. And I also want to get the super quick because this series is dragging out and I'm tired. Goku seeing this golden cell started fighting him. Goku went Super Saiyan and Kaioken times 10 was beating the shit out of Cell. Until all of a sudden, Cell got stronger. And then stronger, and then stronger again, until he was what the fuck is that? Can you guys hear that bang in the background? 1 second, I need to go check who's trying to break into my house. Sorry guys, I don't know if you heard that, but it is nearly 3 AM and you're telling me I'm hearing them sort of noises. Man is not dumb, I've watched every horror film there is to watch. I'm not falling victim to them little ignore the noises till they go away. I hear a noise, I am not here to play. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a little pussy, there's a noise. But at the same time, I'm not sitting there, it's fine, I'm just gonna ignore it, and then I wake up with a knife on my fucking neck. So sorry that the video keeps getting interrupted, but I'll interrupt this video 100 times more if there's more noises like that. But it's a good thing it's not like when I'm at my mum's. I got a German Shepherd here right now, so I'm hoping someone tries to run through the yard. Because if they try to run through the yard, their legs are getting yammed. Anyway, I'm getting really kicked up. I'm getting really off topic again. Sorry. Where was I? But Cell kept on getting stronger until it was an even match. Until he was even matched with Goku. That's when Goku realized that due to Cell being made from his DNA and Gohan's DNA, that he had the same ability to Zenkai boost, but like on a much larger scale. And eventually Cell was beating Goku's ass instead. Getting bored of this, just like Canon, Cell gave them 1 week before, I think it was 3 days actually, but Cell gave them 1 week before a tournament. And with this, Goku and Gohan went into Time Chamber. For the first year they spent in there, all they did was train and Zenkai boost. And both discovered that when they went in their Super Saiyan form and Zenkai boost, it's actually stronger. Like the Zenkai boost they get is actually stronger. And as such, their power level was now in like the hundreds of billions. If I had to put a number in it, Goku was at 750 billion. And Gohan was more like, let me think. Don't know what I'm thinking. I have the script here. I'm just trying to make it sound like I'm not reading off a script. Gohan was at 450 billion. When they leave, Vegeta and Trunks go in, and then everyone else after. The day the Cell games come, and the first up the fight was Gohan. Gohan was beating the absolute living shit out of Cell for like the first 5 minutes, until Cell's power level slowly began catching up, and then it became an even fight. And then Gohan was being overpowered. That's when Goku swapped in and began beating the shit out of Cell again. The same thing happened. And Cell began to beat the shit out of Goku. That's when Gohan yelled that's when Goku yelled Kaio King times 10 and started beating the shit out of Cell. This continued, but then it flopped and Cell caught up. And Cell began to beat the living shit out of Goku, but this was all part of Goku's plan, you see. Seeing his father get the absolute living shit beat out of him caused Gohan's rage to start to boil up. And his power slowly started increasing, of course. And eventually Goku laid on the ground defeated. Cell charged up a ki attack and shot at Goku. Goku moved last minute and used all his ki to protect his vital organs. So literally they'll look like there was a hole in him, but it was literally just a burn on his skin. And then hid his power level completely to make it seem like he died. Gohan, thinking his father died, exploded with rage, ascending into Super Saiyan 2. He rushed at Cell and beat the shit out of him for the second time, like mad, didn't it? Although Gohan's Zenkai boost was enhanced due to him being a Super Saiyan 2, Cell's Zenkai boost was still greater, and eventually caught up in power, and began to win again. This didn't go as Goku planned. He thought that Super Saiyan 2 would be enough, and was about to step in, but he was too late. He sat up to see the blast go through Gohan's stomach. Goku couldn't believe his eyes. His world was shattered. What just happened was his fault, just like on Namek. When Krillin died, it was now his son who was gonna die. Power exploded from Goku as himself transformed into Super Saiyan 2. Began to beat the absolutely living shit out of Cell, whilst he then took Gohan to Dende to be healed. Goku was absolutely demolishing Cell, but Cell just laughed and said, "I'll catch up to you soon, Goku, and you know this well and truly for yourself." However, Goku continued to beat the shit out of Cell for the next 10 minutes, and it only felt like the gap in their power was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Cell yelled, "How is this possible? I'm perfect." Oh, sorry, that perfect really just rolled off the tongue. But for those who are confused at home, Harry Fox, the gracious creator of this Whatif, who has not slept for 3 days working on scripts, will tell you. The reason why Gohan, even at Super Saiyan 2, was not strong enough to fight Cell was because his Zenkai boost wasn't actually strong enough. One, because it was only triggered by anger, that was the only emotion that triggered it. But it wasn't as strong as Goku's, and that was because Goku is a pure-blooded Saiyan, while Gohan is a half-blooded Saiyan. And in most cases, this helped Gohan, like he had more potential in certain areas. But in canon, Gohan can't even get a fucking Zenkai boost. But I made an exception here because if Goku can spam Zenkai boost and pass on the gene, that Gohan can at least use Zenkai boost, innit? But due to Goku being a pure-blooded Saiyan, he had a way stronger actual Zenkai boost. And in his Super Saiyan 2 form, it was a lot stronger. And Cell also had a watered down version of his Zenkai boost, but this watered down version was just enhanced by that old android, but you only enhance it to a certain level, and that level is nothing compared to Goku's Super Saiyan 2 Zenkai boost, and as such Goku's power level was skyrocketing constantly, Not only was his Zenkai boost stronger each time, it was happening faster. Like this was like his power level has never been this high before. He's in the trillions at this rate, even hundreds of trillions, and he was then easily destroying Cell, and I mean easily, like he obliterated him, putting an end to the Cell games. We now time skip 11 years as Boo was easily beaten by Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as I can't use another. Well, he was actually stronger because like because like this and that. But if you're gonna say, well, you're gonna get the power when they stole it from Gohan, shut up. Just shut up. I thought I heard someone trying to complain. You know what I gotta say? Shut up. And we now go to Beerus' world. To a Beerus who has just woken up. The same event as canon play out until Beerus finds out that Goku beat Frieza. Beerus was shocked to hearing that Frieza was beaten and asked to learn more. Well, was it Whis or is it Whis? Is it Whis or Whis? It's Whis, isn't it? Whis explained Goku's Super Saiyan transformation, and then with great excitement explained Goku's Zenkai ability. Beerus then said, "Whis, I've never heard you be so excited about something, especially over a mortal. Care to explain what's so special?" Whis said, "My lord, you don't understand. The power to get stronger instantly at one's own will is incredible. No one else in all 13 universes, it might be 12 in it, in all 12 universes, it might be 13, oops. No one else in all the other universes possessed this ability. Not even I, not even the Omni King or my father, the Grand Priest possessed this ability." Hearing this, Beerus says, "Isn't that special if the growth is small?" That's when Whis gets even more excited. That's the thing, the boost gets bigger each time as it works by increasing it by the percentage of the power level that the person possesses. From the lowest increase from 33% to the highest increase even beyond 100%. And each time it can vary. Beerus thinks, and so you're telling me that he could be at half my power level and then instantly become twice my power level? Whis says, "Exactly, precisely, my lord." Beerus then thinks about this and agrees this is an insane power, and then suddenly remembers his dream of a Super Saiyan God and automatically assumes that this must be Goku. Due to this, Beerus heads straight to King Kai's world and meets Goku. And when they meet, Goku is introduced a bit differently. He isn't forced to give respect, as Beerus already respects Goku, knowing of his potential, and he has no intention to kill Goku at all. As even if Goku's not strong enough right now, he will eventually be strong enough to give him a good fight. After hearing that Beerus wants to fight, Goku immediately goes to Super Saiyan 3 and begins to fight Beerus. The fight is like canon, the fight is just like canon, but Beerus is actually keeping up with, Goku's actually keeping up with the power level Beerus is using. Beerus powers up a bit and begins to demolish Goku. Beerus becomes bored, thinking, we overreacted. Cool. Goku's power level suddenly doubles and triples and quadruples, and he can keep up with Beerus. Beerus stops the fight and says, "So that's what we meant when you said you can suddenly grow. Tell me, Saiyan, have you ever heard of a Super Saiyan God?" Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy the series. This is the last episode. No, not the last episode. This is the end of the episode. Sorry. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below what else you want to see. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another daily upload by yours truly. Not daily, sorry. Every other day by yours truly. And yeah, other than that, guys, I'm not gonna drag out the outro for too long. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, continue showing love to this series so I can make more. Other than that, guys, peace out and love.